What's going on, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the student loan refund check. So if you're here, you probably want to know how to get one, or maybe you want to understand better how they work. And after watching this video, you're going to know exactly how to get one, and you're going to know exactly how they work. So I've gotten several student loan refund checks over the years, and I have another one coming up in the spring semester next month, because I'm still enrolled in college. And really, until my junior year in my undergrad, I didn't know anything about student loans. So I had a friend who was getting his master's, and he told me that he was getting $4,000 deposited to his bank account in a student loan refund check, and that he could use it to spend on rent and food and really whatever he wanted to, because there's not much oversight on how you spend that money. So there's no document that says, all right, this is what I spent, that you have to submit, that says, all right, this is what I spent my money on, X, Y, Z, and send it to the student loan servicers. That's not part of the process. They give you the student loan, and you spend it to survive while you're in college. Now, it is for paying educational expenses. That's what student loans are for. But how they define those expenses is there's some ambiguity in exactly what you're spending your money on once those funds are dispersed to your account. So what was interesting to me about these student loan refunds at the time was, well, I could get these $4,000 in student loan refund checks every semester, and I could trade it on the stock market, and I could drive for Uber on the side to pay for my living expenses, pay for rent, pay for food, and I could take this $4,000 a month and I could throw it at the stock market and I'll get rich. Which didn't work out, at least not yet. I actually lost money trading stocks like most people do, but I did learn some very valuable lessons about investing and the student loan system. So I want to share with you guys how you can get a student loan refund check and whether or not you should, because again, and how unfortunate it may be, it's not free money. I never said that. I just said again, like I said that before, but this is the first time saying it. Now it's again, it's not free money. So it is a loan. It's something that you're going to have to pay back. It's a low interest loan, so between 5 and 8%, so less than a personal loan would be a lot of the times, but it is money that you're going to have to pay back, and you should treat it as such. So borrowing money to go party or to spend on clothes and jewelry or whatever other BS that's not going to give you a return and you're not going to be able to take advantage of is probably not the best way. I'm not going to tell you what to spend your money on, but that's probably not a great game plan. If you're going to take out student loans, there should be some kind of payoff. And if you're going to take out more student loans so you can get a refund check, then you should have more of a plan so you don't end up with a huge bill and no way to pay it off, because that is a recipe for disaster. But I want to give you guys the information so you guys can make an educated decision on whether or not you should take out a student loan refund check or student loan refund, whether or not you should take out student loans and whether or not you should go for a student loan refund check. And I want to show you how to maximize that check if that's something that you think will be beneficial for you. Again, have a game plan. I have a game plan. That's why I'm still taking these things out. So how they work. I'm going to pull up this bill here. It's a real bill for, well, it's my bill. So this is what I'm paying for college right now. Now, how student loan refund checks work are you have your student aid. So that is scholarships, grants, and student loans. So this is the money that you have to pay off your school every semester. Now, when you get a student loan refund check, they take that aid and then they subtract the expenses. So the things that you have to pay for to go to school. So typically that'll be your housing, that'll be food, so your meal plan, tuition, and then any other fees that you have to pay in order to attend school that semester. Now here I have my bill for the spring semester 2026, and I have one line item from 2025 from the fall that's carrying over. But these are things that I'm paying for. Now, I go to school online at Arizona State, so I don't have to pay for housing, and I don't have to pay for food for a meal plan because I live at home. So here, looking at the charges, we have this course material. This is a book that I had to buy. We have tuition for session A and session B, because online students, they break up the classes into the first part of the semester and the second part of the semester. So I have tuition, and then I have these fees: undergraduate college fees, student programs fee, mandatory fees, whatever. So total current charges, $3,921.21 or 28 cents. So this is the total that I have to get cleared to be able to attend Arizona State and take classes there. This is what I have to pay. Now, the line item below, you see less estimated financial aid. So this is how much money I'm getting in aid. $9,510 in aid. Scholarships, grants, and student loans. And then underneath, you'll see how much I owe, $0. An estimated financial aid credit, aka student loan refund check, $5,588.72. This is what I'll be getting deposited to my account in January, the middle of January, end of January sometime. So these are all the things that I have to pay for. Here's my aid. So I'm going to show you exactly what my aid looks like. And this is where you want to, this is what you, if you want to maximize your student loan refund check, this is what you want to focus on. You want to get as much aid as possible. So here I have the ASU Uber Scholarship and the Uber Scholarship Program. So I don't have to pay for my school at Arizona State University, because through Uber, if you're an Uber driver, for my Uber drivers out there, if you do over 2,000 rides and you maintain a gold status, you don't have to pay for school at Arizona State. You get one free bachelor's degree, 135 credits, fully paid for, no fees, nothing. So they cover everything for me. So it's like having a full ride. It is having a full ride. But if you have a full ride for academics or athletics, this would apply for you. Then we have our federal subsidized loans. So these are your federal loans, like the most typical loans that you'll see. Federal subsidized loan is, just like real quick, I have a video that I'll link up here above that explains how student loans work in more depth. But in a nutshell, subsidized loans are loans that you take out that don't gain interest, so the interest doesn't grow while you're in school. And then the subsidized loans, interest is growing while you're in school. So you take the loan out and then interest grows. So in order to maximize your student loan refund check, you want to take out the max in unsubsidized and subsidized loans that you can, and also maximize your scholarships and grants. So if you can get a graduate assistantship, if you're a graduate student, usually those pay for your tuition. So you'll see a credit here for graduate assistantship credit that pays for your tuition. Or if you're a resident assistant or a community assistant, typically they don't have to pay for their housing. So you'll see like housing waiver, and that'll be like a $5,000, $4,000, $3,000 credit. So you want to stack up all of these credits as much as possible so you can get as big of a refund check as possible if you want. Now, you might just be here for information about how refund checks work, but if you're trying to maximize that refund check and you have a game plan, all right, I want to use this check in this way, and I know I'll be able to pay it off because I'm going to, I'll be earning X amount after I graduate, and I'm going to invest this right now anyways, so it's not like money I'm spending, but it's money that I'll be saving and investing, and that will be growing. And you have some kind of game plan, to each his own. Everybody has their own kind of situation. You could go, for all I care, go and spend it, go to Tahiti or go to Colombia and just go crazy. I don't care. But I just want to give you guys the information so you can use it how you see fit. I recommend that you have a game plan, invest for the long term, and improve your quality of life for the long term. But if you want to maximize, you want to get these credits up as high as possible. So whenever we go back to your charges, your expenses, the difference between your total charges and your financial aid is as big as possible, so you get this kind of financial aid credit or refund check. So again, this is going to be situational. I'm not recommending you do this or not. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just giving you the information. So if you have a game plan and you want to maximize that thing, then go out and do it. If you think that student loans are a scam and that you should just pay out of pocket and just like be as lean as possible and just get through school without any loans, that's also a great idea. And that's also a great strategy. Everyone has their own specific situation. So just swinging back to the compliance and the oversight as far as borrowing these things, borrowing student loans, it is for educational purposes. So, I'm not sure. I am sure that the oversight on this is pretty weak. So they're not going to be able to see your bank account and see what you're spending your money on. And, they're not really looking for that. They just want to see the cost of attendance, how much you're borrowing, make sure that you're enrolled, and, they'll send you the check. Now, if you go out on the internet and you start talking about how you're going to use your student loan refund checks to buy stocks, and in my case right now, to pay down debt. So check out the Debt Blitz series. We're paying down debt. Over these next 2 years, we're going to be blitzing down some debt. But, if you go on the internet and start talking about how you're spending your student loan refund checks, then maybe there could be some additional risk. But I'm going out there and I want to give you guys the information, give you guys the real deal, what's going on with my situation. And, like I said, I got debt. So maybe you don't want to be like me, but I live all right, I live comfortable, and I got a long-term plan. So if you got anything you want to say, go ahead and drop it down in the comment box. If you have any questions, I'll answer them. Or if you're thinking, dude, you have debt and you're taking out more debt, like you're an idiot, go ahead and tell me that too, and we can talk about it. But I just want to give you guys the information so you can use it how you see fit. And if you enjoyed this or you got something from it, go ahead and leave a like or subscribe for more information about student loans, about credit, investing, Uber. I have a bunch of different things going on. I'm learning Spanish, so there's like a bunch of different stuff going on the channel. So go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll get back with you guys next time.